Hello and welcome back. We are on the Welker Farms map and it's Farming Simulator 17. I am Razor and I found out what happened in episode 12, or excuse me, 12, which was the last one that we did. Apparently, whenever I planted everything, the ground took so long to thaw out because if you look here, let me see. Let me get my mouse back up here. Okay. So if you look, I have a very short area here to plant everything. And the problem is that none of this stuff that says 41 degrees actually reaches the ground at 41 degrees within this time frame here. It doesn't actually reach that temperature until you're within early summer. So what had happened whenever I planted my other fields, the two halves of field 2 and fields 21 and 22, whenever I planted them as soon as the ground was warm enough, which ended up being at the very end of the planting season and the very beginning of summer. So it was at that fine line where it just would not grow. So the only way to plant these is to wait till this time of the year. When it comes to potatoes and sugar beets, unless I think it might be a problem with the mod or the geo mod for seasons, but for some reason, like potatoes and sugar beets, I won't be able to plant any of those because by the time that late spring gets here, the ground is not thawed out enough. It has to be at least 41 degrees, and it's never thawed out enough. It doesn't reach that point until around the beginning of summer. So the only thing along, like from here to here, that I'll be able to plant around that time would be soybeans or corn, and I'd have to plant them right at the beginning of summer. And even then, partway through the first day, I have to extend this out to 24 days and run it halfway through the early summer just to thaw the fields out enough for the 50 degrees Fahrenheit on the field. So I think that might be a flaw with either the seasons mod or this geo mod as to why it's doing that. But because of that, the fields, the crops that I planted in the fields is all dead. I didn't get any of it. So what we're doing, try and make some money, is, let me pull this back up. If we look here on day 7, day 2 of winter, we can get the most out of wheat, and we have I have 100,000 liters in the truck. So between that and what's still in the silo, we have 500,000 liters. So we're just selling that off. It's really the only thing that we can do now, and we need the money. If you look, we're at negative 8,483, and that's because of how many days I've had to fast forward just to get to this point. All of our expenses and everything get eaten up out of our vehicles and stuff, or gets eaten out of the money because of repair work on the vehicles and stuff. So yeah, my problem was I tried to plant a crop that obviously was not a good thing to plant because of the time that it was that I tried planting them. That's the problem I had. So I had to go back through and cultivate the fields. The fields should all be ready to be planted now. So we're gonna have to have enough money to buy the seeds, to buy the fertilizer and everything else, because now we got to start all over again. We were fortunate to have gotten this big stockpile of wheat. We were very, very fortunate about that. I'm really glad that I did it. Oh, look at that trailer. I don't know why it's doing that. But hopefully we're gonna make enough off of this to... I think we'll make enough off of just this one shipment. We should make enough to get us in the positive. It's probably gonna take a huge chunk out of how much we're gonna get on the next truckload. I don't know if we're gonna sell all of the 500,000 liters. Let me disconnect this. There we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Back up, back up, back up. But we're going to sell as much of it as we can. Alright, so let's see. It is 768 per, I think, 1,000 liters. So, yeah, we're making good money. We just hit 50,000, 60,000, almost 70,000. If we weren't in the negative, we would have had 76,838. Ooh, 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 come on. Why is this thing? Typical Farming Simulator 17 steering. Okay, so we're at 621. So, yeah, I'll probably go ahead and sell another 100,000 liters. That should definitely give us enough money. We're still in the hole when it comes to finances. We're at negative 330,000 because that's what our loan is. So we've still got a whole lot of money we've got to make soon. And it's going to cost a lot to not only seed, but also fertilize these fields. So one more run of this should be enough, and then we'll wait until the price starts to come back up before we try to sell some more, if we can wait that long. Okay, for some reason I cultivated the fields. Maybe I need to wait until the ground is... Wait a minute. Yeah, ground might have been cold because I know I cultivated all of the fields. Yeah, it's not cultivating again. I did it last time before I shut it off, but for some reason it didn't keep. Maybe the fields were too cold or something, but these fields aren't even looking like they've been cultivated. It might just be my save that's messed up, or it could be the seasons mod. I've read where other people are having trouble that they planted specific crops like wheat or canola or barley, and they planted them whenever they're supposed to, like towards the end of the planting season when it's still in the green to be planted, but the crops end up dead. So I don't know what's causing it. I think it might be a bug. Go ahead and make sure I can get everything out of here. Okay. Try and get all the wheat out of this silo I can. Which I think it holds 100,000. If I remember correctly, I couldn't put the full 100,000 in here. Yeah, that's it. Just under 75,000 is all I could put in it. before I got this silo, which is another reason I had to buy more silos. It was messing up. And then here's where we fill the rest of it. There we go. So we'll make this run. And then we'll come back, and I guess we'll have to speed up time so that we can get the ground warm enough to even cultivate it. I was thinking you could cultivate the ground in the winter in this game, but I'd have to look that up. Maybe you can't. For some reason it's not working. And I know it saved before I quit because I had the truck loaded with the wheat that we just hauled off before I closed the game down. So all I did this time was just crank up the game and start the video. So it seems like something might be a little fishy there. Still think that looks funny. Yeah. Trailer's hooked to it, but it's not hooked to it. That might be why it fishtails around turns so much. Might be that the game is glitching. That is just funny. The grain trailer is actually made for the large tractors I've got. I got a fifth wheel on the back of them that it connects to, but it connects to this truck, so I've been using it because this truck it pulls like a beast. It's actually really good. I like it. I use this truck in a lot of my videos. Sometimes I paint it a different color. It's a really nice truck. Only thing is it has a tendency to turn slow and then speed up turning all of a sudden. Alright, so I think we're going to make about 60-some thousand this time. Yeah. Only going to get about 60-some thousand. $62,000. Alright, so now, oh, that's right, I had something over here. Let me drive over here real quick and see what that was I had. I had purchased some equipment we needed, but I don't remember what it was. Oh, yeah. I remember. Is that header? Okay. So I'm gonna have to get that eventually. I'm really hoping that they fix the steering on FS19. Hope they make it easier for you to steer if you don't have an expensive steering wheel. Which I can understand why they're catering to people who have steering wheels. Because the steering wheels do make it more enjoyable, I know. Plus there's more people that do like that are popular on YouTube that use steering wheels, so you know, of course they're going to cater to people like that, because that's where a lot of their advertisement comes from, these YouTubers. See, turn this around. Ooh, wrong way. Oh, okay. Let me try this again. I keep getting mixed up because I'm looking at it backwards. Let me do it like this. Zoom all the way out as far as I can. Now I can do it better. Now I come over here. There we go. I can still drive in there if I need to. Okay. See, the next thing I'm going to need this for will be to buy more fertilizer. But I do need to fill it up with fuel first. Of course is in this odd place right here. Now let that, that fill up while I get the tractors ready. Six days until maintenance, so we're good on these for now. And the trailer, now, trailer is supposed to connect in there. That trailer I was using. Let me hook it up real quick. It's kind of a weird thing. Yeah, it doesn't even hook up properly in there. It's not even a fifth wheel. Just sits in there. So, but you know, that's the thing with mods. Some of the mods aren't actually set up to be as detailed as other mods, so it's okay. It's no big deal. See, where am I going? I'm going over here. Pick up the cultivator. There we go. So let's try and cultivate this again. I'm gonna go ahead and speed it up. Speed up the time. Let me hop back in the truck. That thing's really cranking up there, isn't it? Yeah, that's good. Oh. Duh. Have the front of it facing the other way. Huh. Forgot about that. So this is what I'll need to go get the seed. Okay. So let's see. We need the ground to be... See, I'm gonna do... Yeah, I don't want to do corn because I've got such a short window. Don't want to do corn or soybean. We'll try for one of the top 3 or for sunflowers. I'd rather get sunflowers if I can, but I doubt the ground's going to be warm enough to even plant it here. So we may end up having to go for one of these and then plant them within this later time frame, unfortunately. So we're going to go ahead and speed up time. Need out of the vehicle for that. So we're in late winter. Barley. Wait a minute, how much is barley? Actually, I can go ahead and do that. We got a little bit more money for it because there's a great demand for it. Figures if there's a great demand for something I've got, might as well. 876. Let's see. Let's see where it's showing here. Barley. Actually, showing barley should be a bit lower now than the maximum, but maybe there's a special great demand or something. That's fine. As long as we can get more money for it, we'll sell it. Because I'm selling this, I'll be selling all of it I've got because I've only got about 6,000 liters. I think it was 6,000. Was it 60? Yeah, 6,602 liters. So because I'm selling all I've got of it, I'll probably try to plant some of it if I can. Again, it all depends on whether or not the seasons mod will warm the ground up enough. So this is going to be over here. There we go. Next one going up is sunflowers, and I've got about 5,000 liters of it. Seems kind of ridiculous, I know, taking this big trailer with just this little bit of barley, but you know, it's the only trailer I've got. I'm not cheating money into the game. Well, okay, I admit that I did use the money cheat mod some, but that was only like for that one time whenever I had, well, not one time, but a few times when I've had things that go wrong. Like last time I did it was whenever I was trying to get silos. I used the silos that you buy in the game. In case you haven't watched that video, I used those silos. And I put some silos up there where the others are. I paid the money for them, and something was bugged in the game and you couldn't use them. You could put them up there. You could put them around where where you can up there, but you just couldn't use them for anything. And so I had to sell them back, and it only wanted to give me half of my money back. So yeah, at that point I went back and I modded the rest of my money back into my account, because I figured it wouldn't be fair that I get charged half the price for the silos when the silos wouldn't even work. So I gave that money back, but I haven't cheated any money in from another game or anything like that, and I haven't sold stuff from another game and then transferred the money over, another save. because I want this to be a legitimate playthrough without having to cheat or hack, just to prove that it can be done on the Seasons mod. Or not Seasons mod, but on this map, even with the Seasons mod, which is causing some problems. But I can still do it. There we go. That's another $6 grand to help us out. So we're at $125,000 right now. I'm proud of how much money we've got so far. Start off with a slow start. We did collect the gold nuggets. We went on the scavenger hunt, collected them. And so that did give us $1 million to start with, but you know, we could have still done this without that $1 million. Oop, I missed my turn. We could have still done this without the $1 million. It just would have taken a bit longer to do it. But yeah, I'm going to wait until the land warms up. I'm going to fast forward time. I'll go ahead and end the video. But basically I'm just going to fast forward time. Once it get the time fast forwarded, I'm going to go back through and cultivate the land whenever it is warm enough. Because obviously it didn't take when I cultivated it before. So I'm hoping that if I do it again after it's warmed up, then it'll take. And got the lights off. There we go. And then I can just start working on the fields and get them cultivated and get them planted. I might do the planting in the next video and cultivate between videos. But I'm going to let you go ahead and go now. Sorry we didn't get much more than this done, but we are up to $125,213. That's going to start going down just by fast forwarding time due to maintenance costs and things like that. But I will see you again. If you like the video, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you later. Have fun and happy gaming.